Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm going to start with a little song from my camp, Koechner, growing up. You can have a little bit, but I'm doing my Facebook Live for 10 minutes. Thank you, don't eat all that chocolate in one sitting, sweetheart. I'm going to start with a little song from my camp I grew up at in the summer. They went like this. So, maybe I should start lower. So, love him in the morning when you see the sun arising. Love him in the evening 'cause he took you through the day. And in the in-between times when you feel the pressures come in, remember that he loves you and he promises to stay. I have a little rosacea right now because I just hauled ass up Fryman Canyon with my dogs and then ran in right now to sit down to make it here. So hello, good morning, happy Saturday. I am talking, this one today is going to be called Look Up. Look Up. So I just went for a walk, and what I like is I don't ever plan what I'm going to talk about, and then I just see what kind of shows up the day before or the morning of to talk about. So I parked the car a little far away at Fryman, and I started walking. Oh, I forgot this, you guys. Let's take a couple breaths because I need one right now too. So uncross your legs and put your feet on the ground. Maybe put your hands down on your lap if you want to be grounded, or turn them up towards the sky if you want to receive. And then breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing is a simple way to get grounded and connected and stop the spinning. Thank you for that. So I park my car, I start walking, and a woman comes towards me, and she's kind of what I would describe a kind of a tough broad, but at the same time she looks like a ballerina, but she's really strong and cool, and she works out super hard. She's older than me, I don't even know how old she is, but she's coming at me, and I stop for a second because I don't have enough time to talk to too many people to get back here on time, and I stop and I look at her. I take out my ear thing to show her I'm listening, and she said, "Hey, I've been seeing your mindful moments. Why are you doing them?" And I said, "What a great question. I'm trying to bring awareness to it, and I'm trying to learn really for myself what mindfulness means, which is just paying attention to the present moment with no judgment." And I said, "So I'm doing these videos while we fundraise for this documentary I'm working on." She was like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Well, you know, I've been practicing meditation forever, and lately I've been doing these Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey meditations." She goes, "But you know what? I'm not a big fan of Oprah. I'm not a big fan of Oprah." So I kind of bear through that part, and then I listen to Deepak, and then I do the meditation, and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing that you're not a big fan of her, but yet you're still doing that meditation." I go, how wonderful to practice mindfulness with that. As soon as that voice comes, I don't like her. Look at the voice and tell it no thank you. Focus on the words she's saying and see what nugget you can get from it. And then enjoy the Deepak and the meditation part. But you are setting yourself up for mindfulness being triggered right off the bat. So what a beautiful gift you're giving yourself with the tool of mindfulness with Oprah starting your meditations. So that was kind of interesting. Then I keep walking, and I see a black gal. This black woman coming at me, super pretty, and I was just like this, "Hi!" And she just was looking at me, and then she takes out her ear thing, and she's like, "Do I know you?" And then as soon as she pulled off her glasses, I realized it wasn't the woman that I thought it was. She had the same haircut, but not the same eyeballs. And I was like, "Oh," but I was already halfway through this introduction, so I just went with what I was going to say. And I said, "Did I see you last week and you had on those ballerina cutouts and I commented on them, we talked for a minute, and your guy was going really slow behind you?" She was like, "No, that wasn't me." I go, "Oh well, my name's Leigh." And she goes, "Hi, I'm Tanya," and we shook hands and I walked. And my voice, my judging spinning wheel popped in and said, "Oh my gosh, she's going to think you think that stereotype that all black people look alike, and you were da-da-da, and you did this and that." And then I said, so my spinning started, my mindlessness that runs my life so often started. And then I had a breath, and another voice inside of me, deeper, closer to my heart, said, "No, that's not true. You had a beautiful exchange with another person, and it was just what it was. You don't need to attach anything to it. Keep walking." And I was like, so funny to observe these two voices going on inside of my head. My beat up voice that we all have because we are our own worst enemies. And then my kind, gentle voice that said, "Nah, don't listen to it. That was sweet." And she didn't think that. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go with that voice, and kept walking. Then I passed a guy with, and the theme was look up, because although I was listening to my book, I gave myself the gift to listen to a book I wanted to listen to. I also made sure I saw what was around me while I was listening. So I was looking up and smiling at people and saying hello. So I passed this guy with gray hair. He's probably about 55, kind of cute. He was with another guy. And I recognized him because he has a dog like Posey, my golden doodle. And every time I see him on the hill, he says, I have a golden doodle too. And I was like, I know you do, because you're holding it. Our dogs are sniffing each other's butts. I'm aware. But anyway, I just say, oh yeah, they're great dogs, huh? And then I keep walking. So this morning I saw him, and I had on my orange glasses like this when I was fast walking. And I said, good morning to him. I was like, good morning. And he stopped and he goes, do I know you? And I said, well, normally you're with your dog. And he goes, yes, I am. I do walk with my dog normally, but today I came with this guy instead. And he said, well, I just want to apologize because I have that thing. It's some sort of real thing that people can't recognize people's faces. So it's called something. He goes, I have this thing, so I won't remember your face. He goes, but I'll remember you if you have those glasses on, because I have markers for people that remind me, but I don't have face recognition. And I said, oh, how awesome. I don't have name remembrance. So I said, people are constantly triggered because I can't remember their name, but what I've decided to do is let go of that being my problem, looking in people's eyeballs, because I never forget who I see. And then I just say, hi, friend, when I pass everyone. And he was like, I love that. I'm just going to say hi, friend, and not explain myself every time. And I said, awesome. And then we just kept walking, which was hilarious to me. And I love that we all have our quirks that we feel like we have to apologize for, but I'm done with that. So if I don't remember your name, don't be mad at me, but know that I see you. All right. So then lastly, I'm strutting, and I have my puppy who I'm working with to train to leash because she pulls me so freaking hard and like yanks my arm off, so I wrap it all the way around my wrist and hold her super tight. So I was cruising through, but I let it out so she can smell dogs so she doesn't rip my arm off, and I was getting kind of done with the walk, and this guy was watching me coming, and he kind of looked like I perceived maybe he had a snarl on his face looking at me. So I got close to him, and I let my dog sniff his dog butt, and then I started to pull my dog, and then I almost tripped, and I pulled her, around, and he said, why don't you try gentle dogger? Or he yelled something. Why don't you try gentle whisperer? Why don't you try? And for a second, my spinning thought was like, screw you, walk your own dog. Don't judge how I'm walking. And instead I was like, no, thank you, thought. Hey, what is that? I yelled back at him. And he said, you can buy it at Petco, it's $14. And then it irritates them if they pull, so you don't even have to fight them anymore. And I was like, thank you for that. And then I thought to myself, so many times on that walk, I could have listened to my spinning voice. I could have screwed the rest of my walk and beat myself up that I did something wrong, or somebody's gonna think something, and this mindless chatter. But instead, I got to receive his information, I got to connect with that woman, and I got to see reflected back to me with the cute gray-haired guy that we all have our quirks, and that we should learn to navigate them and live with them fully in life instead of apologize and be embarrassed by them. So that's what happened today on my walk. I didn't have time to look up a quote, so I'm going to make one up. Look up, you need people and they need you. So that's it. In our world of looking down, and trust me, I'm looking down a lot because I like to see you guys and I like to see what's going on, whatever, but looking up is such a simple gift, like being mindful, and it actually supports mindfulness because you do need people. We are all connected. We are all related. We are children of God. Look up, mother. Okay, I'm going to say a prayer and then I'm going to say hello. God, thank you for Fryman Canyon, where I get out of my house and get into nature and look up. Thank you for the beautiful people you bring in front of me that I can learn from and share with and connect with. Thank you for letting me know whether I'm married or have children, I'm never alone because a piece of you is inside of me. And every person I pass is my brother or sister in God. We're all from the same place. Thank you for that awareness, and it feels so alive and fun to remember. Bless me today. Give me patience and kindness with my family and my children. I guess that's the same thing. And bless all the people watching today. Shower them with love, and everyone who's hurting and everyone who's not. So basically everyone. I'm thankful and grateful. Amen. Oh, and one other thing I'm going to do today is every 2 hours I'm going to set a timer on my smartphone, and I'm going to just think 3 things that I'm grateful for. So no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'm going to think I'm grateful for this home. I'm grateful for these people, and I'm grateful for that walk. So this is my first one. So maybe today set your timer to be grateful for 3 things every 2 hours and just see how it makes you feel or how it changes your day. Charlie, will you come around behind and just wave when you pass? Thank you, sweetheart. I know you just woke up and you're sacrificing your morning face. There's my beautiful giant boy man who I love. Hello, voice. All right, everyone. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.